Hey guys, first I want to thank you guys for tuning in and apologize for the absolutely low production values that I'm going to present in this video. But as you know, I've been doing the 2015 Trophy Awards, started with my top 20 PS4 games of 2015, then we did the top 10, and I'm drawing a blank, top 10 easiest PSN games, 100% games without platinums. Then last week we did the hardest, top 10 hardest platinum trophies of the past year, and on the 22nd I will tentatively be doing the top 10 easiest platinum trophies. Now I say tentatively because on Tuesday I'm going to be flying out to Ubisoft. I won't be back until late Wednesday, so I'm going to try everything I can to get that uploaded for you on Friday. But I do want to do a bonus video in the Trophy Awards here, taking a look back at my top 10 most viewed videos of 2015 and really kind of give you a little behind the scenes as well, insight along the way. Really, I'm kind of just doing this as a way to say thank you to you guys. I haven't really been able to do that here on YouTube. I did thank you on Twitter, which, by the way, if you don't follow me at Twitter, it's twitter.com/PS4_trophies. I would appreciate it if you could. If you don't use Twitter that much, just go follow and ignore it, whatever. Just because it does help with PR companies and publishers. They, for some reason, like to take a look at some media peoples like myself, total footprint in the world of social media for whatever reason. But it would help me out if you could. But before we begin, let me give some extra love and shout outs to some patrons over at patreon.com/PS4Trophies. As you can see here, a look at my office that I was able to put together. Thanks really to all their support. Let me pull up my list here. I want to thank Paul, J-Dog, Rand Trumbo, even though technically you're having some payment issues right now, but I love you, brother. We also have Ryan, Jarek, Carl, Ben, Fernando, Tom, Jake, Jason, Martin, Anthony, Tommy, Evan, and Malawar, which I'm just going to call you Tim because that is your name. As well as everyone else here. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys. But let's go ahead and take a look and look back at the past year at my top 10 most videos. Alright, the 10th most watched video I uploaded in 2015 was The Witcher 3 Unlimited Money Exploit with about 360,000 views. Now, some people hate exploit videos, some people love them. I do it really for two reasons. One is my job is to try to tell you how to get trophies as quickly as possible, and oftentimes using an exploit will do that. So I'm not against using exploits as long as you're doing it for the purposes of earning trophies and not for ruining the fun of other people online. Now, I also do it is because this also extends past trophy hunters. This is a video that non-trophy hunters watch, so I have a much larger audience I can reach out to, and that is why I do the exploit videos. Next up on our list is from Batman Arkham Knight, and this video almost never happened. This is the Riddler's Revenge quest. There were 10 trials that you had to do, and this got almost 400,000 views, surprisingly. And I say surprisingly is because I did the first 3 or 4 parts, and they bombed. Those videos were some of the worst that I ever had uploaded at the time. But I decided to go ahead and just do them anyways because I was going for the platinum, so I figured I was going to have to do them. It only takes me a couple minutes to edit those videos. And for some reason, a miracle happened, and the 10th and final one just took off and actually became pretty popular, which then made all the other videos, which at the time bombed, it improved those, and it made me quite happy. But again, I almost completely scrapped the series halfway through it, and I'm glad I didn't. Next up is our only Metal Gear Solid 5 video. This is the legendary staff farming video with almost 500,000 views. Now, my job is really to kind of try to anticipate what videos could potentially be useful to you guys, and of course get more views for me. And I completely failed to do that with this video. Thankfully, a series of tweets from a few people asked me if I can help them out trying to find legendary staff, and that's when I got the idea to go ahead and do it. So I completely failed in anticipating it, but I'm glad I did it. And this is what I call an indirect trophy guide. This is a guide that's not presented as a trophy guide, and it again appeals to both trophy hunters and non-trophy hunters, but there's no reference really to trophies. It's not presented as such, and it's not even in the title of the video. Next up is our first of, I think 4 Fallout 4 videos. And this is the Free Fall Armor Legs. This is actually has nothing to do with trophies. It has over 600,000 views. And the reason I did this video is because in the strategy guide, of course I had an early copy of the game and I got a copy of the strategy guide, but in the strategy guide, it lists all the unique items and armor and weapons. And it tells you specifically exactly where and how to get each of those items, with the exception of the Free Fall Armor Legs. So all it basically said is kind of gave you an idea generally where they were located, and then they challenged you by saying, can you find them? So I took it upon myself to try to find them. Took me about 2 days to actually do it, but I found them, uploaded it, and this video is a perfect example of how word of mouth really can make a video successful. This is not a video that you're going to search for the title. You're not going to search Free Fall Armor Legs when you don't even know it exists. This got posted on Reddit and N4G and a whole bunch of other sites. Got shared on Facebook and Twitter a ton, and that's what made this video successful. So in the future, if I make a video you like, don't forget to share it. Next up is probably the most important Fallout 4 video I ever made. This is actually the first video I made. Again, I got the game a week early and I found all the bobbleheads, and I actually uploaded the bobblehead guide the night before the game came out. So everyone was exceptionally happy by that, just because the bobbleheads are really one of the best collectibles in all of video games. They're very, well, first, they're fun. They're bobbleheads. Who doesn't love a bobblehead? But they provide awesome stat bonuses to your character. So uploading this video, it just took off at 780,000 views, and this drew a lot of Fallout fans towards my channel. And all the Fallout videos I made, the success of them really is owed to the bobblehead video succeeding as well as it did. We're gonna go back to The Witcher 3 here, and this is a video I'm not ashamed that I made, but I did take some liberties with the title of the video, saying threesomes is a bad idea. And basically what this was is a relationship guide in The Witcher. You can romance one of a couple different characters or romance both of them. If you romance both of them, you can get a threesome at the end of the game, and I try to explain why that may not have been the best idea. It's really, again, a guide on how to romance each of the characters and which quests, what you have to say to them. Because in this RPG game, people wanted to be with a certain character. They had a liking for one of them, so I just tried to make it easy so they knew what they had to do and what they had to avoid. Next up is another exploit video, and this is in Fallout 4. This is my level 50 in 30 minutes guide. There's a trophy, of course, to get level 50, and this is what, again, I call an indirect trophy guide. This is where I present it as just a regular exploit, but it's how to get the level 50 trophy. Again, I didn't present it as such, and it is, to this moment, in fact, since Fallout came out, the most watched video every single day since, almost every day. Again, it's an exploit, so take it for what you will. Some people like it, and as far as I know, it's still not patched. So our final Fallout video in the best of 2015 is for Benevolent Leader. This was for getting a settlement of 100 happiness. Now the reason why this video did so well is because the settlement system in Fallout was just really god-awful. No one really kind of knew what was going on, how to increase happiness. They didn't know why it was decreasing. The game didn't really help you at all. It was a very awful system, and probably the biggest checkmark against Fallout 4. And all that confusion is what led people to search for this video on YouTube and led them to me. I was one of the first to upload a video on this, because again, I had the strategy guide, and in that strategy guide, it actually kind of spelled it out if you kind of put the pieces together. So I made a video, and it became very successful with 871,000 views. Next up is The Witcher 3 once again, and this is where you got evidence that sex sells. Because this was my Friends with Benefits trophy, a video that maybe I didn't have to make, but it is a trophy, and it is something you could miss, so I made a video for it. But unfortunately, what drove the 876,000 people to it was probably not because of a shiny little trophy. It was definitely because of the sexual tone of the video. But again, you know, I knew it, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And if I can combine sex and trophies, I'm certainly gonna do it. And that's gonna bring us to the most watched video of 2015. And that was Until Dawn's. That was the How to Kill or Save Everyone. There are of course a couple trophies, many trophies relating to the fate of your characters at the end of the game. So I really wanted to do a detailed guide on how to keep your characters alive, how to kill everyone. Of course, having a sexy, well, mangled dead woman in a bra on the thumbnail certainly didn't hurt. But this got 1.25 million views since the release of Until Dawn, which is pretty good considering it's a PS4 exclusive. Now, interestingly enough, this is a little side note, the average percentage of women who view my videos is 7.5%. So across the lifetime of my channel, about 7.5% of my views come from women. With this one, it was 15%. So that's it, guys. That was my top 15 videos I made in 2015. Look out for Friday. Hopefully, I'll have the top 10 easiest PlayStation 4 Platinum trophies of the past year.